Let me ask you a question that catches almost everyone off guard. What if the largest tax bill of your entire life isn't behind you in your working years, but ahead of you in retirement? And what if you're the one quietly building it right now without realizing it? Okay, I want to walk you down this slope carefully because once you see how it works, you can actually do something about it. Let's start with a picture. Imagine snow falling on a mountainside. Not a blizzard, just a quiet, steady snowfall, one season after another, while nobody's watching the slope. What is that snow in your retirement? Well, it's your pre-tax savings, your 401k, IRA type money. For your whole working life, you were given one piece of advice over and over. Put money into your 401k or IRA. Defer the taxes now. Come back next year, do it again. Was that advice a lie? No, it was just half of the sentence, what's the half that nobody finished? Well, every single dollar you defer, every single dollar of employer contribution you defer, every dollar it grows to, you will owe tax on eventually. So did you skip the tax? No, you postponed it. And what else did you do? You let it grow and multiply, which means the snow keeps building season after season, and what's buried in it grows right alongside the balance. For years, how does that feel? I mean, it feels great. The account gets bigger, the statements look wonderful, the slope looks calm and beautiful. But then you reach the age where the rules stop letting you leave it alone. The government wants its share, so it requires you to start pulling that money out, whether you need it or not. And this is the moment that the calm slope turns into an avalanche. Now, why an avalanche and not just a bill that you pay and move on from? Well, because in retirement, do these taxes stand politely in line one at a time? No, they trigger each other. Now, let me show you the chain. First of all, you probably have taxable income early in retirement. So this can start to push you into higher tax brackets. That's the beginning of the avalanche. Those taxable dollars and half your Social Security income can create taxes on up to 85% of your Social Security benefits. It's another part of the avalanche. When you're forced to pull out a large withdrawal through required minimum distributions, what happens to your income for the year? It jumps. And does that jump just get taxed on its own? No. It can reach over and cause even more of your Social Security to become taxable, if you haven't already capped out on that. Income you might have thought was mostly safe. What else does that same jump do? It can push you into a higher Medicare surcharge, so your healthcare costs quietly rise too. It can phase out deductions and credits that you were counting on, so they shrink or vanish right when you need them. Then comes the widow's penalty. And that can be exacerbated by RMDs pushing taxes higher. Every penny of remaining pre-tax 401k IRA money passing to your heirs is taxed at their highest tax brackets and potentially pushing them into higher tax brackets. And they only have 10 years to take the money out and pay the taxes on all of that money. So one event knocking into the next, all the way down the slope. That's the avalanche. Is it one tax? No, it's a system of taxes and surcharges that feed on each other. And here's the piece that ties the whole thing together, the piece that actually gives you the power over it. How many numbers does nearly every link in that chain key off of? One single number on your tax return. Most of what happens to you, the Social Security taxation, the Medicare surcharge, the deductions that appear or disappear, keys off of one figure. Why does that matter more than anything else? I'll tell you today. Because it means that the avalanche isn't random. It has a control dial. And once you know which number is the dial, doesn't the whole conversation change from hoping to steering? This is also where I have to be straight with you about how complicated it is. How many of these interacting phase outs and surcharges are hiding in the tax code? It's something like 10, and they overlap and they trigger at different points. So no matter how smart or well educated you are, can you really track all of that in your head? I mean, it's easy to trip over a landmine that you never saw. Now, that's not a knock on you. It's just the clear-eyed picture of the terrain. Now, let me get you the good news, because there's a lot of it. Of all the big problems in retirement, how many can you actually get ahead of? Not many, but this is one of them, if you start early enough. You can't control the market. You can't control what Congress does 30 years from now. But this slope, can you manage this one? Yes, if you start early enough. And here's why timing is everything. Is there a window between the day you stop working and the day the rules force those big withdrawals to begin? For a lot of people, yes. And in that window, where is your income compared to the rest of your life? It's often lower than it's ever going to be. And a lower income year is exactly when the smartest moves are available to you. It's the window where you can start deliberately shaping that one key number on your terms before the government starts dictating it on its terms. Most people don't even know the window exists. So what happens to them? Well, they coast right through it. The snow keeps building, and then the forced withdrawals hit, and the avalanche comes down all at once. The people who get ahead of this are the ones who saw the slope early and started clearing it a little at a time in the calm years. Being straight with you here, this is not do-it-yourself territory. With maybe 10 or more interacting rules and a bill this size on the line, this is the kind of planning that deserves real software and a second set of eyes done alongside your tax professional, not guessed at. Is my job to predict what tax rates will be in the future? No. Nobody can do that with a straight face. My job is to look at your slope, find where the snow is building up, and help you clear it while there's still time and while the choices are yours to make. Now let me ask you the question that matters. Is snow quietly building up on your slope right now? For most people who've done a good job of saving, the answer is yes. And no one has ever shown them the mountain. Seeing it is the first step to controlling it. And walking the slope with you carefully in the years when it can still be managed is exactly the work we do together.